That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Tech conferences. So this is Symoné Beez. Symoné Beez, she goes viral a lot because she gives her opinion often on things, and it usually comes across in a condescending, patronizing tone. You know what I mean? Where she's just like kind of talking down on folks. It's like y'all just don't want to do this because y'all ain't got no money. I made 6 figures in the past month, and y'all ain't made nothing because y'all just sitting up here talking about dinner dates, and it's it's just a lot of stuff like that where people don't really enjoy you. It's like, yeah, you might have more money, but it feels like we have more fun than you in life. And I'd rather have less money and more fun than more money and less fun. I think that's the balance that everybody is trying to figure out in life, right? Of having a life, having some sort of social life, but also having money. I think that's a balance that everybody wants. And the richest people, the most successful people that got it without a cosign, without anything like that, they usually typically got it because of how did they usually get it? Because they like worked hard to the point where they didn't have a social life. So it's like always that balance there. So anyways, that's Symoné. She always comes with that energy on the timeline, and people are like, oh, shut up, Miss Rich. Richie Rich thinks she knows everything and this and that. So Vaughn, she pretty much encapsulate the entire experience pretty well. But, she was kind of phrasing it in a question of like, why would you not like her? And it's like, I don't think people don't like her because she's successful and has money. People don't like her because the way she comes off, she comes across as condescending and patronizing. Like nobody wants to be around that. Anyways, I know people, excuse me, don't like that she had the G-Wagon, Lamborghini, Rolexes, and is very successful, but logically taken into account, she hosted her own tech conference and had top companies attend. Why not listen to someone that clearly has the answers and connections? And here is the videos. 2 minutes.
The tech boom is here.
We call it agent mode.
Our new state-of-the-art model, VO3.
Absolutely massive.
And not where you think it's at. Most people pay attention to what's happening with Google, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, Nvidia, all of those huge big tech companies. But there's a sector of tech that is being completely overlooked right now. And there are trillions of dollars that are being dedicated towards this one sector. The UAE, also known as Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar have all dedicated to partnering up with the United States to make sure that they are winning the AI race. Dubai has pledged over $1 trillion over the next 10 years.
UAE officials are adding to the economic wins Thursday by committing to a 10-year, $1.4 trillion investment in the U.S. through AI, energy, and aluminum production.
Saudi Arabia has pledged over $600 billion.
Trump has secured $600 billion in investment commitments with agreements to boost defense and technology ties.
And Qatar has pledged over $1 billion as well.
Here today in Qatar, hundreds of $billions more coming to the United States.
They want to really make sure that they do not miss out on this AI race. The main companies that will be leading this AI effort is Nvidia, Palantir, AMD, and the big government contractor companies like Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, even Northrop Grumman, and more government contractors as well. I've actually had job offers and opportunities to work in Saudi Arabia since 2020, and I'm talking about big opportunities, jobs that were paying me over $300,000 per year. But before, I've been turning them down just because of things that happened back in 2020. Now is the time to take full advantage of what I'm calling the government boom. And in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how you can scale your tech income and make sure you get a piece of this big boom that is happening in AI right now.
All right, so there's the teaser that she gave, and like as they said, she had a tech conference and had a bunch of people pull up and things of that sort. I'm trying to see if I could find the joint I was looking for. It was because this is what I saw yesterday, and the question just I had the question. I can't find it. Hold on. Let me see. I saw something yesterday And I was like, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, that's what it was. It was glitch. Money glitch. Let me see. Found it. Okay. So I saw this tweet go yesterday. Yesterday on Twitter was Miss Sierra Ali. She said trading feels like an unlimited money glitch. I believe Sierra Ali, she's like, oh yeah, I definitely reached out to her to interview her before. She's 22. She used to play sports. I don't know what sport she used to play. Maybe basketball. Aaliyah. Yeah, I think she used to play like basketball, bro. Athlete. No, she used to run track. She used to run track. And now she does trading. And with trading, she's extremely like, successful, as you see right here. Look at the new whip. Whip is crazy. Look at some of the lifestyle photos she posts. And a lot of these lifestyle photos is, A, to show off her hard work and stuff like that, but B, to motivate others that they can get to the money as well and things of that sort. So let me see. So there's that. Found out today randomly at work on YouTube. She seems super chill. Oh yeah. I reached out to her for an interview because like I just thought her thing would be really cool, and stuff like that. And here was the other girl that I also saw. Autumn. Her name's Autumn, and she said something about the money too. And this is the question, the main question that kind of came to mind with this. I know a lot of people who enter tech not for the passion of it, not because they're like interested in computers and like uplifting and finding this or finding that, or for the benefit of the community. Like some people, they have startup tech companies and they're like in the fields of healthcare because their parents experienced like difficulties in healthcare taking too long, and they felt like with updated technology and AI services or an app that can better foster the whole Medicare kind of experience, they could do it in a way that could really help and save a lot of lives, and just a quicker, smoother healthcare system, right? And there's other people that are solving problems with their startup tech companies and just using kind of tech as the middle grounds of solving a problem, but also getting rich through the technical industry. And there are some people who just work in tech and get technical degrees and things like that simply to make money. And it's the same thing, of course, in the stock market. Except for I don't know about the actual stock market being, I'm saying, something that is like the exact same thing of like, it's really just, I don't know anybody who doesn't go into the stock money that's just simply not for money. And with those like kind of lifestyles, I have the question of, do you guys think, like, if you guys want to respond, if there's any tech people or stock people here, I might put some hashtags on this video so y'all can discover this video. I want to know what the life purpose is you guys feel like in being in tech. If you are a person who's just doing tech for the money, and then a person who is doing trading, obviously people just do trading for the money. So like if you're doing stock trades, if you're doing tech, like what is the life's purpose fulfillment in that for you? Because it's one thing to make a lot of money, but it's like, what is your purpose for that? Like with that money, I know a lot of people, they might look at, okay, stocks is the baseline to get money, and I use that money to help become a venture capitalist and help fund other businesses and leads down the line and stuff like that. Or, just giving back and becoming a local philanthropist or a national philanthropist or international philanthropist, just giving back. Like my point of making a lot of money is just to give back to others with the stock via stock market, because that is a way that normal everyday people who aren't just big entertainers can make some money. And then in the world of tech, kind of same thing, help other startups, help these people acquire wealth in the community and things of that sort. Or just, for the reasons that I explained. Well, my tech process does this, my tech process does that. That's just all I want to know, because it's like when people just do things for money, I feel like, okay, You do it for money, you get the money, but like, do you ever feel fulfilled? I work in the line of work, excuse me, I crossed myself out there. But I'm in a line of work where typically entering, a lot of people first starting off don't make a lot of money. And there is a lot of money in this industry, in the media industry for sure. And I'm kind of like climbing the ladder of that, of going from no money to like medium amount of money to like lots of money and stuff like that. So on the path that I'm going to, I'll eventually be making a lot of money. It might be, I don't know when. I don't know if it's going to be by the end of this calendar year. I don't know if it's going to be next year. I don't know if it's going to be in 5 years. But at some point, it's like the inevitable at the pace and the rate that things are looking right now in my career. Lord willing, of course, always. But yes, that's just how it's looking. So with that being said, I do this work. Is very profitable for me in the future if I just stick it out and continue to remain consistent. However, the purpose of it is like, you speak to people, you connect with people, you tell stories, you let the public know about important issues going on in the world so they can become aware and they can act on it. Media coverage changes so much for a lot of people. It changes lives. Without media coverage, you don't get like a George Floyd situation. And I know like it wasn't maybe for some people. Well, no, I mean, Chauvin got what he got. A lot of people got what they got because of media coverage. They kind of pressured in a way, even though jurors are supposed to be like oblivious to all of the outside noise and media coverage. All of that stuff affects everybody. And it's an important job, to work in media and things of that sort. Whether it's on YouTube, on my own platform that belongs to me and Google and YouTube, or if it's at my day job and that company and everything like that. Like, my job is important. The way that I get money is important. And, you interact with people when you interview them, and you know what I'm saying? You touch different communities and you see things firsthand. It feels like fulfilling work to me. And it feels like important work to me. So for people who I know go into spaces where they're solely in there for the money, I wonder where that fulfillment and life's purpose goes to. Because I do feel like everything kind of needs purpose. I don't know, but that's just my theory. Because I feel like you could feel very empty if you just do it for the money or the fame. Like, a lot of people in media, they enter media early on, coming out of college or in college, with dreams of being in big media just for the sake of being famous. And I don't know if that's me personally, I don't think that's the right way to go about it, because fame is fleeting, bro. Fame is fleeting, money is fleeting, all that stuff. Like, I know my first time at the BET Awards, I was sitting in my hotel room, and while I was really excited to go to the BET Awards for the first time and stuff like that, and go to a major award show, on the other hand, I was just feeling like, dang, I remember I was working so hard for so many years nonstop to prove this girl who dumped me when I was 19 to prove her wrong, quote unquote. And it's like, this girl done moved on with life. She probably don't even care. You know what I'm saying? All of those things. It was like, what am I trying to prove? And it just felt empty. And it was like I had to discover the purpose for everything again, for it to mean something to me. And so I feel like purpose and things bigger than yourself. So I went around, I asked a lot of my OGs and stuff like that around the business, like, what is your purpose? What's your life purpose? And everybody that gave an answer, they all said something beyond themselves. Nobody's purpose who feels like they're living a fulfilling life or feels like their life has meaning at all. I guess it's a part of our existential side of things. Like, nobody's purpose is about themselves. It's always about somebody else. Like, my dad, when he was active on Facebook, he would post like me and my sisters and I, and he'd be like, my 3 whys, or my 4 reasons why, my 4 heartbeats, my 3 heartbeats. You know what I'm saying? That's how he will post us and caption us in the post. It's like his bigger for living is for us. Deion Sanders, I remember, he claimed that he, you know what I'm saying, had an unaliving attempt, a self-harming attempt, right, in the 90s. And the only thing that kept him on this earth were his kids. You know, so it's like some people, kids is their everything. Some people it's the next generation. Some people it's their mom. Some people it's their something beyond themselves, helping the world become a better place. I want to help all the orphans. I want to help all of the homeless people. I want to help cure food insecurity around the world. Like, people's purpose goes beyond them. So for people who do things solely kind of like with the main purpose of to make as much money as possible, what is the fulfilling thing there? Instead of like, because I don't know, sometimes me as an outsider on the outside looking in, when I see someone who trades and stuff like that, it could feel very just self-serving, and I don't know if that's the most fulfilling life. While the stuff and the luxury of having money is great, I'm sure, and it's probably fun and stress-free, and I could travel how I want to travel and go all on vacations and experience the experiences and funds of life that I want to because I worked really hard and the stock market studied it and I just had a knack for it. At the same time, like, what is that? What is that doing? I think in this case, Sierra, going back to it, Sierra said, or Autumn said that Sierra taught her how to trade. So I guess Sierra's thing for real is Sierra's thing is like, I can teach, you know what I'm saying, others to trade, and in turn I'm helping members of the Black community. I'm mentoring them, and I'm reaching back and I'm telling them, ultimately raising the wealth levels within the community of my people. So I guess that could be it. Ironically, Symoné B is right here. First comment. But I guess that could be their thing of just like, I want to see other people get money, and that's their purpose. Maybe that is their purpose. But yeah, that's all I wanted to know. It's just like, where is like the fulfillment of it, the life's purpose of it. Okay. That was a 20-minute rant. So next thing is a bit silly.
Man, snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.